Hello, it's story time again with Ryan and Timothy, the story time where the internal adult monologue isn't very internal. Ready?
Yeah.
Today we have Millions of Cats, written and illustrated by Wanda Gog, I think that's how you pronounce that. Originally published in 1928.
That's a far long.
That was a long time ago. Alright, ready? Once upon a time, there was a very old man and a very old woman. They lived in a nice clean house, which had flowers all around it, except where the door was. But they couldn't be happy because they were so very lonely. Yeah. If we only had a cat, sighed the very old woman. It's not the first solution that would have come to my mind, but a cat, asked the very old man. Yes, a sweet little fluffy cat, said the very old woman, who probably doesn't know the narrator is referring to her this way. I will get you a cat, my dear, said the very old man. And he set out over the hills to look for one. He climbed over the sunny hills. He trudged through the cool valleys. He walked a long time. He didn't check any alleyways. That might be what the problem is. He walked a long time, and at last he came to a hill which was quite covered with cats. Cats here, cats there, cats and kittens everywhere. Hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats. And mercifully, the narrator does not mention the smell that was probably at that particular hill. Oh, cried the old man joyfully. Now I can choose the prettiest cat and take it home with me. That, by the way, must have been the most mouse-infested hill in the whole world.
You can buy cats at stores.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Now I can choose the prettiest cat and take it home with me. So he chose one. It was white. But just as he was about to leave, he saw another one, all black and white, and it seemed just as pretty as the first, so he chose this one also. But then he saw a fuzzy gray kitten way over here, which was every bit as pretty as the others, so he took it too.
He's like getting everything.
Yeah. And now he saw one way down in a corner, which he thought was too lovely to leave, so he took this too. I'm seeing a problem here.
Yeah,
And just then, over here, the very old man found a kitten which was black and very beautiful. It'd be a shame to leave that one, said the very old man, so he took it. And now over there, he saw a cat which was brown and yellow stripes like a baby tiger. I simply must take it, said the very old man, for whom critical thinking was obviously not a talent. So it happened that every time the very old man looked up, he saw another cat which was so pretty he could not bear to leave it, and before he knew it, he had chosen them all. See previous comment.
Yeah, he needs to take some trips.
Yeah. And so he went back over the sunny hills and down through the cool valleys to show all his pretty kittens to the very old woman, whose patience he evidently had full faith in. It was very funny to see those hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of cats following him. They came to a pond. Mew, mew, we are thirsty, cried the hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats. Well, here's a great deal of water, said the very old man. Each cat took a sip, and the pond was gone. Mew, mew, we are hungry, said the hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats. Well, there's much grass on the hills, said the very old man, who evidently is not familiar with cats. Each cat ate a mouthful of grass, and not a blade was left. This isn't so much a herd of cats as it is a pestilence of locusts.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon, the very old woman saw them coming. Yeah, probably from a long way off. My dear, she said, what are you doing? I asked for one little cat, and what do I see? Cats here, cats everywhere. Cats here, cats there. Cats and kittens everywhere. Hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats, she says, echoing the narrator. But we could never feed them all, said the very old woman. They will eat us out of house and home. I never thought of that, said the very old man. Now, whatever the very old woman's marrying criteria had been back in the day, we can assume brains wasn't, the absolute number one thing she was looking for. The very old woman thought for a while and then said, I know. We will let the cats decide which one we should keep. Demonstrating she was not familiar with cats either. Oh, yes, said the very old man, and he called to the cats, which one of you is the prettiest? I am, no, I am. No, I am the prettiest. I am. No, I am, cried hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of cats, for each thought itself the prettiest, and they began to quarrel. They bit and scratched and clawed each other and made such a great noise that the very old man and the very old woman ran into the house as fast as they could. They did not like such quarreling. But after a while the noise stopped, and the very old man and the very old woman peeped out of the window to see what happened, and they could not see a single cat. I think they must have eaten each other all up, said the very old woman.
How can they do that?
Yeah, see, now there's the right question. How did they do that and have not any enormously fat, gorged cats hanging out, right? Anywho. But look, said the very old man, and he pointed to a bunch of high grass. In it sat one little frightened kitten. They went out, picked it up. It was thin and scraggly. Poor little kitten, they said. Dear little kitty, said the very old man, how does it happen that you were not eaten up with all those hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of cats? Oh, I'm just a very homely little cat, said the kitten. So when you asked who was the prettiest, I didn't say anything, so nobody bothered about me. Oh, that's sweet. Humble little cat. That's how you know this is a fiction.
Yep.
They took the cat into the house, where the very old woman gave it a warm bath and brushed its fur until it was soft and shiny. Every day they gave it plenty of milk, and soon it grew nice and plump.
So they're going to eat it?
No, you've read too many of these stories. Every day they gave it plenty. I've read that part already. And it is a very pretty cat after all, said the very old woman. It is the most beautiful cat in the whole world, said the very old man. I ought to know, for I've seen hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats, and not one was as pretty as this one. I don't know, based on what happened on the previous page, I guess you could say it was the prettiest cat in the world, since based on the previous page, it's the last one.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the end. Fun little story, wasn't it?
Yes. Bye, guys.